we are going to be talking about my book that's coming out called A Kamani Christmas. And I want to share with you what I'm doing now in preparation for writing this book. And this book is special and important to me because it's going to be a holiday release. And I am hoping that I will be able, as an indie author, to capitalize on the money potential and the earning potential of the holiday season. So, even though it is September, we need to be thinking and writing for the Christmas and holiday season. In this video, I am going to use a different strategy in telling my Christmas story. I'm going to use Walter Dean Myers' advice, which I have mentioned in a prior video, discussing his techniques and his character development. So I will be using Walter Dean Myers' approach, which means I have been, for the past 2 days, scouring the internet and collecting photos of the characters, my main characters, the heroine and the hero, his family, her family, their lodging environments, their home environments, the dining rooms, the living room, what they look like, the front of the house, the patio, the bedrooms. You get the idea. I have been collecting a lot of pictures, and then I have been marking them with detailed information about the characters, about the setting, about the environment. And this is an approach I have not done. So it is time consuming, but it's also exciting because I'm looking for the exact picture that will depict my hero and my heroine. I'm also selecting their names. So I am going to different websites and I'm looking at male names, female names. I'm also looking at the time and the date that these names were popular. So for the parents of my two main characters, they were born in the 60s. So that means I'm looking for names that were popular in the 1960s. My main characters, they were born in the 80s. So I'm looking for names that were popular at that time point. And then there are younger members of the family who have names that are popular in current day time. I'm also deciding what type of story I want to tell. So I've collected all the detailed information about my characters, the setting, what the story is about. It's going to take place during the Christmas holiday season. But now, what is the story going to be about? I have no idea. So I have decided to use tropes. I'm searching for a trope that will fit the particular story that I want to tell. And I have been looking at friends to lovers, enemy to lovers, unrequited love. I haven't quite decided which trope I will use, but let me tell you, there are a lot of tropes out there. So I'm going to take my time and I'm going to do my research. I also like Walter Dean Myers' approach in having the characters easily available, meaning I can always look at their pictures. I'll look at their pictures daily so that I can start developing their characteristics, hearing their voices, being familiar with the different characters and what role they play in the family and what role they will play in the story. I am also planning on trying to develop a hook that will grab the reader, that will draw the reader in. So these are some of the things that I'm doing. And as I said, I'm keeping all of my information on my phone. I'm also using Google Docs, the audio to text version, so that all of my notes can be stored in my phone. And I'm going to actually narrate this story from beginning to end, which is going to be a new project and a new technique for me. I've never narrated a complete story. I've always sat at a laptop or computer and typed out my story. But this time I'm going to narrate it. So I may be lying or reclining in my bedroom and telling the story. I may be at my kitchen table narrating the story. I may be preparing dinner and narrating the story. So I'm excited and I'm nervous about this process. One thing I like about narrating the story in Google Docs is that it's already going to be in text form. So once I have completed the narration, I can transfer this text or this document to my laptop. And then I can work on editing it and fine-tuning it and getting it ready for my daughter to edit. I want to complete a Kamani romance within the next 2 months. This is a project that I'm working on in addition to The Entangled Chef and in addition to Take Me. So I have multiple projects that I'm working on, but I want to capitalize on the holiday season because, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a very popular time for writers and for readers who love the holidays and who some people will stop reading their traditional regular romance and only read holiday romances from Thanksgiving all the way up until New Year's Day. So I want to have multiple holiday stories available on all of my platforms. So that means I want to have stories that are specific to Kindle Vella, which is the episodic platform for fiction and nonfiction writing. I also want to have ebooks available, and I don't want to put these ebooks on Kindle Unlimited. I want these books to be available widely. I want to distribute them to Barnes & Nobles, to Kobo, to Smashwords, to Amazon, to Walmart, to as many places as possible, to the libraries, to Overdrive. So that will give me more of a chance and more of an opportunity to be discovered during the holiday seasons. I also am looking at cover designs, and I will give my cover to my son as soon as possible so he can do a branding of the holiday romances, and he can hopefully come up with an idea and a concept that will immediately draw the reader to my story. So there's a lot going on, but I feel like this is a time to not give up, but to work hard to continue running after or going after my dream, which is to be a successful, well-known author. I'm also looking at an audiobook for the holiday season. Why not try to do it all, right? We have the Kindle Vella, we have the ebook. Why not have an audiobook as well? So I will be playing with that. I am really interested in completing an audiobook for The Innocent Bride. But in addition to that, I would like to do a holiday one, as I said. So these are the things that are going on in my mind. These are the things that I am working on now. And while it is September and the holiday season is a couple of months away, this is the optimal time or the perfect time to start crafting your holiday stories. And if you don't feel like investing a lot of time in telling the stories, then consider short stories. Consider novellas. Maybe you'll do multiple novellas, depending on your time constraints. But for me, as I said, I'm always thinking about the next thing to do, the next way to get discovered. And I'm enjoying the process. So as always, thank you for joining my platform. I'm wishing you